Hundreds of civilians have been killed in Syria, and here's what we know. More than 1,300 people have been killed in an eruption of violence in Latakia and Tartus in the last 72 hours. Here's according to the Syrian Observatory of Human Rights. Hundreds of civilians have been killed in Syria in the last 48 hours, the deadliest eruption of violence since the fall of the Assad regime in December. In the UK-based Syrian Observatory of Human Rights, SOAR reports that 830 civilians have been killed in what is described as the largest collective act of revenge in coast of the mountains, with the death toll expected to rise. Wow. Oh my goodness. More than 1,300 people have been killed in 72 hours, according to the organization, including security force members and militants, and it is unclear which groups are involved with the killing of civilians. Reports of different militias and conversion in the area, which much remain unknown as to what is unfolding in Syria. The interim Syrian president Ahmed al-Shara called for the peace Sunday, and amidst reports of executions, firing squads, and bodies piled in the streets. Clashes between the Syrian government and forces and fighters loyal to the dictator Bashar al-Assad have also led to hundreds more deaths on both sides. The violence has concentrated in coastal areas of Tartus and Latakia, and the home of al-Wadi's community, small Islamic sect of which the Assad family belongs. And according to SOAR, the vast majority of civilian dead appeared to be al-Wadi's, and which NBC News has not independently confirmed. Secretary of Marco Rubio blamed radical Islamic terrorists for the killings of urged Syria leadership to hold them accountable, and Syria presidency announced that the decision in a statement on Sunday to form the Independent National Committee of Investigative Events of the Syrian cause, including causes and conditions that led to the event, which also was promised to identify those responsible. But as nations grapples with the surge in violence, here's what we need to know about what's happening on the ground and what it could mean for Syria's future. Syria's rogue Mediterranean shore was the stronghold of Assad's family's brutal regime, which lasted 53 years before the rebel alliance led by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham ousted Assad 3 months ago in the lightning fast offensives that swept across the nation, and alleged ATS later Shara to become the new government's interim president. And however, Syria's northwestern coast remains fractured battleground, which arm Assad loyalists holding hostages to remote pockets of territory. And Shara has developed armed forces to region in a bid to assert control, but fierce clashes erupted last week as they have hundreds dead. Video posted on social media verified by NBC News showed dozens of bodies piled and soaked in Latakia. Women have gathered across body corpses